The OpenFit Air from Shokz is here. It might seem similar to the flagship OpenFit, but will the difference shock you? Let's get into it.
Namaste with DHRME. Dongle hung right my ear.
Full disclosure guys, we've partnered up with Shokz and they've sponsored this video. So this is not a review, but a product comparison video. So let's get comparing by looking at the similarities between the OpenFit Air and the flagship OpenFit.
Let's start with build and design. Both are open ear hook style buds that work using air conduction, which is nothing but speakers close to your ear, but they are comfortable because there's no insertion into your ear like earbuds do, and very lightweight. And that's the reason why we've always enjoyed Shokz, sponsored or not. And the weight of these products, if you were to compare them, they're slightly different, but in day-to-day use, it's not significant in any way. Where I think the OpenFit stood out in a sea of, ear hook style buds was that it had one of the smallest cases for this form factor that we had seen. Now, the OpenFit Air also continues this legacy of compact cases, and both are very, very pocketable. Now, from comfort in the pocket to comfort on your ear. Now, because of those thin ear hooks, one of the advantages that Shokz has when things are competing for your ear real estate like glasses, it's really comfortable to wear with these ear hooks as compared to something that would be much thicker.
And you'll also have no issues with colors. The OpenFit is available in black and beige, but the Air has more colors. You can get it in pink and these colors, white and black. And since these have fit in the name, they can be used for fitness activities too, and will have no problem handling your salty bodily liquids. The OpenFit and the Air are both IP54 dust and water resistant. Let's talk about battery life, guys. Shokz advertises 7 hours on the OpenFit. In our DHRME battery test, we got 7 hours. And the OpenFit Air is advertised at 6 hours, but in our test, we got very close to 7 hours. We're happy to see that Shokz meets their own standards and sometimes even exceeds them. And with that charging case, you get a total of 4 full charging cycles. And both have quick charge, giving you an extra 2 hours of listening with a 10-minute charge. And the way you charge it is with USB Type-C. No wireless charging here yet.
But you can take charge of your earbuds by touching them. The segues are getting a bit weird, but these do touch controls. Double tap and a press and hold are two gestures that you get, and touch works pretty well on both. It's very responsive and also relatively error-free. You get an app on Android and iOS where you can customize the controls. We have set it to play pause for the double tap, and volume control is controlled using press and hold. The Shokz OpenFit didn't have multi-point to begin with, but props to Shokz, they added the ability to stay connected to two devices via a firmware update. We're happy to say that the Air comes with multi-point out of the box. In that same app, you can turn on multi-point, and for both of these devices, you can see a device list in the app and connect or disconnect from there too. And that also worked pretty reliably in our testing. Now, that makes the fuckman in us truly happy, just like looking at the popsicles, icicles, and the test.
Now we have the Shokz OpenFit Air with noisy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's do the Shokz OpenFit again in noisy conditions. Here we go, cars, come on, speed up, break the speed limit. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, we have the Shokz OpenFit Air in slightly breezy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. The Shokz OpenFit breezy and windy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, icicle, testing, 1, 2, 3.
What did you guys think? For the fuckman out there, it's good to know that the volume controls do also work when you're on a call. We've used these plenty while working from home because of how comfortable they are, the long battery life, and being aware of the doorbell ringing, a pet needing attention, or your partner for that matter. maybe that wasn't the right order. Moving on. So these were a lot of similarities, right? But hold on, will the differences make the difference? Well, the flagship OpenFit comes in at $179, and the mid-range OpenFit Air retails for $119. That's $60, guys. You can trust us. We're Indian. We know math. So what do you get for that additional price? Well, the Shokz OpenFit is slightly smaller. The case material is different. The OpenFit has smoother plastic, whereas the Air has a new matte silicone finish. The OpenFit has a battery in the counterweight at the end of the ear hook, whereas the Air has it built into the earpiece. And that's probably the reason why the Air looks bigger than the OpenFit. Although the bright silver accents on the OpenFit Air makes it look premium, the finish on the OpenFit is a bit more understated, but we don't mind that. The OpenFit has a silicone finish on the touch surface compared to the matte plastic finish on the Air.
Now looks are fine, but what about ears? In terms of sound, the Shokz OpenFit did have a little bit more bass on it in the standard EQ mode, and the OpenFit Air has a bit more of a treble emphasis, we thought. But speaking of EQ, the OpenFit Air has EQ presets which are pretty good, but the OpenFit gives you a custom EQ with a 5-band EQ in the app that you can tweak and save as a preset as well. Now, both are great products in this category and we'd happily recommend either. And I think that the OpenFit Air provides really good value for money, and the Shokz OpenFit of course provides the most premium experience that Shokz has to offer.
The Shokz OpenFit has a lot going for it. The smaller bud design, the understated but premium finish with that silicone on the touch surface, the custom EQ on top of the EQ presets, and there's more bass compared to the Air. But the OpenFit Air gets you a lot of what the OpenFit already offers. It has excellent comfort and they're super lightweight. There's a solid IP54 rating. There's multi-point with a device list in the app. They've got the same touch controls and similar battery life, almost at 7 hours. One thing the Air does have that the OpenFit doesn't is that it comes in an extra color. But guys, depending on your budget, you really cannot go wrong with either. Thanks a bunch to Shokz for sponsoring this video. For our policies regarding sponsorships, check out this video we made. But also a huge thanks to our patrons and YouTube members for supporting us. A special shout out goes to our Fuckman tier peeps, Radioactive Iguana Dude, Paula, and Gamma Panda. Thank you very, very much. You've been getting fit by airing out your Shokz in the open.
And we've been DHRME. Tui. Now, that makes the fuckman in us truly happy, just like looking at the popsicles, icicles, and the testimony of the microphone capabilities of these earbuds. You like looking at them too?